CrossYaAAS Chit Chat with Giselle and Sierra.
And Meegan. Well, welcome to another CrossYaAAS Chit Chat with me, Sierra, and special guest, Meegan. Hi, ladies. Hi, ladies.
Hey, girl.
Hey.
All here.
Yay. I know. Let's start with Sierra. Sierra, can you introduce yourself, who you are, and, what do you do here?
Well, my name is Sierra. I have been around the podcast for almost a year now. And I don't know. I am the resident, transitioning trans person at this point. And so I talk a lot about that kind of stuff.
Yes. And then Meegan, who are you? What are you doing here, Meegan?
I'm Meegan. I'm Meegan. I'm here to talk about myself and you ladies, and maybe some other weird things that might come up sometimes here and there.
Yes. Maybe no NSFW stuff in this, but if anyone wants to hear that stuff, go to our Patreon. We have good stuff with Ziplocs and bananas.
Definitely go for that.
Yeah, there's more than enough of that on the Patreon, or not more than enough, but let's just say that I'll never see you all the same way after listening to some of the things I heard on Patreon.
Perfect.
I will take that as a compliment.
You both should. It was really fun.
Yes. Well, you ladies, it's been amazing since Meegan and Sierra, we all hung out at Sierra's place last month. Meegan flew from Texas to hang out with us. I don't know if you want to start, Meegan. How was that? That was about a month ago. How was that for you?
My arms were tired.
Ew. Why?
From flying. That's stupid.
Okay.
No, it was exciting. It was fun. I didn't have as much. I wasn't as nervous as maybe I thought I'd be. Everyone was super welcoming, and it was a great time. I had to run from airplane or terminal to across the airport other terminal in Arizona, but I got there. It was good.
Yeah. And what was your impression of California when you got here?
What was it? The whole trip felt like a big sales pitch for me to move there.
It was.
It basically was.
Yes.
And I guess it worked. So, yeah, it was good.
How so? How did it work? What exactly happened since a month ago? What's changed?
Well, I'm planning on moving there in a month. Almost exactly.
Yay.
So
Yay.
It's both exciting or even more than just both. It's exciting, scary, nerve-wracking, overwhelming, yada, 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 other emotions. But mostly exciting. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, this will be the biggest move you've done. was fun, in particular, Meegan, showing you around. And it's the fact that was like a success for now, getting you to move here. It's pretty exciting.
Yeah, no, you kept taking me to places, and I'm like, well, I want to go there. I want to go there. We have to go there sometime.
Yeah.
I want to get sonically healed or cleansed or whatever. I want to do that. That sounds fun.
Oh, the sound bath at the Integratron, of course.
Definitely.
That
What
is
is
a
that?
must-do.
What the hell is that? What is that? It sounds gross. Or what is that?
Oh, so like if you want to, okay, so to back up, there's like a whole kind of new age community. Well, new age is maybe not totally the right word for that, but it's like there's a real focus on kind of paranormal and UFO stuff in the high desert, like around Joshua Tree. And there's this place in Landers, which is just like a little desert community, kind of on the higher end of the Morongo Basin, where there's this building that is meant to kind of center energy, and they do sound baths every day. And now that COVID is kind of COVID restrictions are in the past, let's say, they've basically reopened, and now they're doing public sound baths every day, where you can just kind of go and surround yourself with kind of healing energy.
I definitely want to do that. Sounds amazing.
It's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
where else did you show Meegan, though? Meegan seems to have gone everywhere. Where else did you show her, Sierra?
Oh, let's see. What all did we do? We went to some of the weird shit in the desert. So, like, we went to Slab City and Salton Sea. Like, we're gonna go to a music show at the little venue in Slab City, but I guess they weren't operating. I know they take a summer break, but I think it's just like with COVID, they ended even earlier, or they didn't get started with the season, even though they normally have stuff on Saturday nights. We went to the mountains, and then we went over to hang out with you in Long Beach.
Woo, woo.
Yeah, a lot of those days were very jam-packed.
Yeah.
What did it for you, Meegan? What would convince you to say, all right, California is it? I know you got the sales pitch all week, but what did it for you?
You know, it was the waiter. It was the waiter at brunch.
Tell us about the waiter. Tell us about the waiter.
Oh yeah, the Texan at Lulu.
Yeah. No. I mean, that was funny. That almost seemed planned in a weird way.
It was. We paid him $100.
You just found some guy on the road, like, hey, go pretend to be a waiter and just keep topping the drinks off.
He's actually from Kansas, by the way.
Say you're from Texas. Yeah. I don't know. I guess just seeing everything and being around y'all, and I don't know. Something just felt right. I guess it, for whatever reason, filled me with some type of like hope and dreams or something.
Well, historically, this is a place that's known for being like where people come to reinvent themselves.
Yeah, that definitely needs to happen. I mean, I'm definitely at like a part of my life where I need to like start a new chapter.
Mm-hmm.
As hard as that is and can be, and scary as that can be sometimes, I think it's definitely necessary. It needs to happen. Mm-hmm. Plus, you know, being around y'all's great. It's fun. Maybe help with the podcast a bit more than what I can do now. Maybe. I don't know.
I mean, I think you've helped a lot for the podcast in the past, I don't know, 6 months to a year. Just telling your story actually has been
true.
Kind of a blessing, because everyone has talked about, oh yeah, Meegan has been like, who is that person, right? When they heard you again from a year ago, and they're like, wow, she seems so much more like confident in yourself. And I don't know if you feel that way about yourself, Meegan.
I do. No, I mean, I definitely do. Like, I've been picking up one of my friends from work and lately, and I've been going as Meegan or dressed up or whatever, however you want to say it. That's been fine. He might actually drive with me or ride with me there, fly back.
Ooh,
so that'd be cool.
That's awesome.
And I went to one of my other friend's house just Friday night, last Friday. Whatever day that was. My days are so screwed up. It's Friday, whatever that day was. And I went to his house for the first time dressed up. That's not Halloween, because that was a friend I always went to Halloween. And I was just giving him a bunch of like my video games and stuff, like things that I don't want to like take with me just because of like space in my car, because I don't want to take a bunch of stuff. I just want to like fill my car up and go, kind of a thing. Start anew, basically from scratch. And that was totally fine. We went and picked up some food, and like while we're there, he asked me like if I felt, any anxiety or nervous or whatever about going there and like presenting, and I didn't. And that was huge difference from the last time I went to his house, which was like 2 months ago, I think. Because that last time I went, like I started getting dressed and I like put on some pants or whatever, and like my anxiety was like flaring up real bad, and I'm like, ugh, I can't do this. But Friday I just did it, and I think for me, like a lot of that came from just like hanging out with Sierra and just doing that for those few days. Just being myself or whatever. It's huge confidence boost for me.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes you just have to see that it's possible to like be yourself and be comfortable being yourself for an extended time, right? Like that can make a huge difference.
It really can. Like, because I mean, I do it like every day at home, but then like if I go to work, it's like I got to change into dude mode or whatever, and just around here, it's just different around here. I have gone to the grocery store a few times. Don't listen to that can popping, but
Nice. I heard it.
Yeah, I've been to the grocery store a couple times. The last time I had a bit of a panic attack, but there's kind of a lot of waiting involved for my sister, and it didn't help that like as soon as I got in the grocery store, I got one of those like smaller carts, and I'm like pushing the cart, and the damn wheel locks up on me. I hit my shin on it, hurts so bad, and I don't know, kind of bang the cart around, get the wheel to unlock, and like 5 feet later, the wheel locks again, and I hit my shin again. It hurts so bad. Oh my gosh. And then like I'm just starting to have I'm starting to like get crazy, like panic attack feeling, like anxiety ridden, and I just need to I'm telling myself to breathe. I know I tell everyone to breathe, but for whatever reason, I don't want to go so far for me. But like I'm trying to like run away, just like some part of the store where no one's at, like the automotive section or something. Like who goes to the automotive section at grocery store? Not many. There were like 5 grandmas in the automotive section at that Kroger. It was ridiculous.
It's just a cool hangout these days. In
they're like, I need some oil for my car, some air fresheners or something. But it was, ended up okay. The ladies at the checkout were real nice, and I made it out alive, so that's good. Still here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you're going to have millions of more experiences like that. Like it'll just get easier over time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Especially in a place where you can, I don't know, hopefully feel a little more comfortable and free just to be yourself without having to worry so much about just the everyday encounters or whatever.
Yeah. So part of my issue, like lately, because I've been like looking for housing or whatever, and I figure I'm probably gonna have to do like a roommate situation, at least to get started. Which I haven't had a roommate since like 2007, 2008 kind of thing, unless you count my ex-wife, which I'm not gonna count that. So I don't know. Like I'm dealing with the whole like, do I need to like make this known ahead of time? Do I need to try to hide it? I know that's like some shame thing that I'm working through, but I don't know. It's one of those hard, just one of those hard things. Getting past that like old mindset.
Yeah, with the roommate situation, I can imagine that would be kind of tough to like figure out what the right approach would be.
Mm-hmm.
And I can give you more information, or I can give you more of my thoughts about this maybe off the podcast. But like around inland Southern California, I would say like being upfront about that is the right way to go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Same. I agree.
And I can give you more of my rationale for that later on. But I don't think it would. I don't think it would work in your advantage to not be upfront about that in that area.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, I need to break away from the Texas mindset, which is really hard to do because I grew up around it, so it's difficult,
Well, it's like I would even say that depending on where you are in California, there would be different approaches that would be reasonable. Like I think if you were, for example, finding a place in San Francisco or something like that, I think you could just like go into your roommate situation and like whoever you are is whoever you are. And like you wouldn't need to explain it beforehand. But like even inland Southern California is a very, very different culture from some other parts of the state. And it just merits like taking the time to like have that conversation beforehand so no one's weirded out by it. Like I don't think it would present any obstacles, but like making sure that everyone's on board from the beginning or like everyone's aware will just make sure that you're in a situation where you can feel completely at ease, like being yourself at home, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I don't want to. I guess I have that like irrational fear of like regressing because I feel like I've made so much progress just like living on my own.
Of
that
course.
I don't want to go into like a roommate situation and then feel like I have to be somebody else. And I don't know, like that's one of those things that's been on my mind, and like I don't know. That's my problem. Is sometimes I bottle things in and I don't make them known to talk about them.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's one of those things for sure.
Yeah, that's what the podcast's for. Tell us all your feelings, right? We're all here to listen. We don't care. We have the same sort of mindset sometimes. So I get kind of shy and anxious and stuff. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think like for me, it's like I just need to like verbalize it too, more so than text.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense.
That definitely makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll get a Meegan's corner here sooner or later.
Sure. I'll be the girl in the corner.
Meegan's automotive section, yes, where she talks about with other grandmas about what's going on in their lives.
You need a synthetic. You need a conventional. You need 5W30, 10W30. What you want?
Nice. We can talk a little more about last month. So, Meegan, you showed up with us. It was me, you, Sierra, Ty, shout out Ty, and Lily. And we all went out to the club, the gay club in Palm Springs. Sierra, do you want to tell us a little bit about that and how that was? Because let's be real, Sierra made an amazing dinner, got us all drunk, which was the heaviest pourer I've ever met in my entire life. Her hand must be made of lead, and just like, it's just so heavy. It's like, okay, but yeah.
It's like, oh, your glass is half full. Here you go.
Well, you all drank it, so I could tell that like you were there for it. So I cooked a 5-course Eastern European dinner. I think everyone had a good time over here. We were hanging out here actually for most of the night, but then a little bit later in the evening, we went out to the strip of LGBTQ bars in Palm Springs, which is Arenas Road, just off of downtown, and we just hung out for a while there at one of the bars, Hunters, and just had a great time. It was really fun, like getting to like hang out with everyone who like we've been, chatting on the server for such a long time, and just getting to know one another in kind of an online environment. So like to have it all kind of come together in an amazing experience like that in person, and just have like such a great night getting to know each other like that was really amazing.
Yes. Meegan, that was your first time at a gay bar with a bunch of crazy trans people?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've been with like my ex-wife, but that was it before. So less crazy. But yeah, it was great. I dropped a glass and broke it. I've never done that before.
I don't think you've ever said that ever. That
No,
Yeah.
you've never broken a glass before.
I've never said that before.
It was so funny that night after you dropped the glass and broke it. It was like every other sentence out of your mouth was, "I've never done that before."
It was.
And then when I get home, I've like dropped a beer bottle and like it went everywhere, broke everywhere. And before we even started this, I just spilled a beer on my keyboard and can't stop now. Now it's just all the time. It's the new normal.
It's perfectly fine. It's fine. We'll take it. But how was that, Meegan? I think I grinded up on you, and you have a GIF of it or a photo of it. How was that, Meegan?
I don't remember, but it was great. I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, it was really fun. Yeah, like there was no like weirdness or anything like that. Like I don't know, everyone just clicked and it was great. Like I don't know. I kind of went in with that like expectation of like, there might be like a little weirdness or something, just like meeting everybody for the first time in person. But that wasn't there. It just, to me, it felt like just meeting up with old friends that I haven't seen in forever. Even though it was like the first time meeting. Yeah, it was great, and I remember sitting at the table a lot because I didn't want to be that person, and I felt like I was already that person. But it ended up not being me.
It wasn't you.
That's the twist.
Plot twist.
Yeah, it was a lovely, beautiful Ty who we love on the podcast, and that was amazing. What a great time. By the way, Ty was very, very pretty up in person. I was like, okay, who is this? It's like, oh, it's Ty. What? Sorry, that blew my mind.
Yeah, right. I was pretty jealous.
We were all mad. We're like, what? And she's like, oh, no, I'm not that pretty. Okay. All right. And she's in the corner making her like touching up her makeup and all that stuff. You're like, ugh. So upsetting.
Yeah, I think you all like brought up the average when I was when I took you out downtown.
Well, yeah, because Meegan's a perfect 10 and you, Sierra, are like a 9.8. So, I mean, it's fine. It's fine.
I wouldn't be that generous with me, honestly.
9.6. Fine.
Okay, fine. I'll take it.
I mean, I'll take the 10 if you want to give it to me.
Well, with your nail selection, Meegan had a nail issue.
Gosh. I'm still finding nails.
Do you want to talk about that, Meegan? What happened with your nails situation?
I don't even remember. Like we were doing the live, like we got on the lounge and doing like a video chat thing, just kind of on the fly, and I was trying to put my nails on. Ty had a bunch of extra nails, and apparently I was lining them up for an hour or something. But in reality, I'm just like in my head, I'm just trying to find ones that fit my sausage fingers. And then like I had them all done, and like even before we get in the Uber, I lost one. So it's like all that time wasted. And now I'm still finding them.
I actually just found one too the other day here. Like I was, I'm really not kidding. I was like, it hadn't showed up for a while, but then like I was vacuuming and maybe I just like moved some furniture around and there was a nail that actually could have fit on a finger, and it was the same color. So I'm presuming it certainly wasn't mine.
Maybe that was the one that I lost.
That could have been the one, but now it lives in the belly of the beast that is my vacuum. So
it's too bad. Oh well, it's probably better that I took them off.
It's fine. And we didn't give a shout out to Lily, who was also looking very, very cute herself. Gorgeous
I was
makeup.
just gonna say, like, talk about people who like make you feel inadequate from like how awesome they look.
For real. And honestly, like Lily was a lot taller than I was expecting. Like I guess I never asked Lily how tall she was, but she was taller than I thought. Actually,
you all are very tall. like on The Office when Dwight was in line with Michael in line at the club with Ryan. He was like, wow, you ladies are so tall. Amazons. Yeah, you ladies are just super tall, and I'm just like in awe of because you ladies look like models. Like like Ty, Lily, and then Meegan and you, Sierra. Like you're just all so tall. I'm like like I'm in. I have to look up to all you ladies. So I was like, let's all sit down. Shall we all sit down? So, I can...
So we're all sitting down, but you're the one dancing around.
Yeah, and I was very drunk. Yes, it's very drunk. I love it. Yes, you have a GIF of me too, just dancing by myself.
Mm-hmm.
Great, it's great. I hope to do more of these because alcohol makes us a lot of fun and makes Ty much more talkative. Shout out Ty, talking to everyone.
Definitely.
It's good. Good times. But yeah.
I do have one important thing I'd like to address before moving forward.
Ooh, okay.
And the appropriate colloquial usage of that file, of that image file format, is in fact GIF.
Ooh.
I agree.
Oh, here we go. Irrational arguments. I think it's like, GIF, like the peanut butter, but it's just me.
I'm not a choosy mom, so.
Yeah. And it is just you in this case. So
it is just
at
me.
least
Two against one.
Like with 2 against 1 in this kangaroo courtroom.
I can't wait to have more of these. I can't wait to have celebrations where it's just us 4 or 5 of more gatherings of CrossYaas gatherings, because that was a successful one. I'd say it was super successful.
It was fabulously successful. I mean, we had a great time out. We came back. We ordered tacos, and it was a good night.
It was really fun. Really great.
Hangovers in the morning. Did you ladies have any hangovers? Meegan? Sierra? No?
Just a weird headache.
Yeah, weird headaches, man. It's weird headaches after a night of alcohol.
I think the conventional definition for that is a hangover. But no, I paced myself a little bit. I was pouring pretty heavy for everyone, but I was a little lighter for myself just because I wanted to make sure that, since I know the area inside and out, that I'd make sure that everyone got home safely.
Yeah, Sierra's the heaviest pour you'll ever meet. If you ever party with Sierra, which I'm worried if I ever party again with Sierra, holy moly. It's just like those bottles of wine there, and you had like the nicest fancy wines. We were like, ooh. And you had like whole stories behind them, like a true like wine connoisseur, like, oh, okay.
Yeah, basically if you come to my house for dinner and my wine refrigerator is full, then you're going to get like you're going to have a good time.
Yes. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see more drinking with more groups and members of the CrossYaas community. I cannot wait, ladies.
The first of many such adventures.
Yes. But Meegan's moving, so when Meegan moves over here, it might be trouble. Meegan.
Could be. I'm a party instigator. I'll make anything a party or try to make it some kind of get together. I mean, I'm trying to do that every day on the Discord. I'm like, CrossYaas picnic or whatever. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's just like a casual hangout until Meegan shows up, and then it is a party.
That's when the party starts.
Yeah,
it is.
It's true.
I can't wait. Speaking of parties, though, one of the biggest parties is going to happen next month, ladies. I'm inviting these two bitches, lovely bitches, to my my wedding reception. Meegan, Sierra, and some other ladies, Lily and Ty, are going to be there, right? You ladies will be there, right?
I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Yes.
That's the plan. I'm trying my hardest.
And Sierra, what are you wearing? You're wearing a champagne wedding dress, literally champagne-soaked wedding dress.
No, I mean, you mentioned that like it's cocktail attire, and I showed you a shirt that I thought would be really appropriate. You approved. Then Ty said she was going to wear a wedding dress. So, or you mentioned that she would wear a wedding dress. So my thought is like find a really nice white wedding dress and just soak it for a while in margarita mix, and then I feel like it's a very elegant cocktail dress. I mean, literally like a dress with cocktail in it.
Yes. Meegan, what are you wearing? Meegan? What are you wearing to this?
I'm going to wear one of those like long t-shirts with the bikini painted on it.
Yes.
No, I don't know. I have some stuff in my closet. I really want to go shopping and buy new stuff, but I'm also trying to consolidate and not buy stuff, so I'm sure I can make something that I have work. I'll have to look through it.
Or shop when you get here. Like there are so many options here.
There are. Now I was going to ask you, ladies, are you comfortable hanging out? So there's going to be possibly over 150 people there, including you, lovely ladies. Are you comfortable hanging out post-COVID? With vaccines and vaccinations and stuff. I'm just going to go with you're both vaccinated, but
oh yeah,
how do you both feel? How about you, Meegan? Do you feel comfortable hanging out with over 150 people without a mask?
I do. Okay. I do. I mean, I'm around it now, so I'm totally comfortable with it.
That's true, because we hung out without masks, right? We hung out without masks.
Yeah.
You were comfortable? Okay.
And, Texas has been open the whole time, so for whatever that is. But, I mean, I'm pretty sure I've had COVID, and I've got the vaccine. Yeah, I'm comfortable with it. That's fine. Doesn't bother me.
Okay. Sierra, you good?
I'm all there for it. Yeah.
Yeah. And since, it's been open in California, I don't know, the past 3 weeks now. Sierra, have you been comfortable with how COVID's been, or how people without masks, or have you been a little hesitant outside or whatnot?
I mean, personally, I've been fine because I know that I'm at extremely low risk of transmitting to anyone. And I feel like I'm at extremely low risk of being transmitted too, just because of being vaccinated, and also just like in the community where I am, like people have been really good about being vaccinated. Other parts of the state, I mean, maybe a little bit different, but I don't know. I feel good about it. I feel like if you look at the epidemiological models, basic epidemiological modeling, if you look at infectious disease spread, it's kind of like you break people into groups of like whether they're still susceptible, whether they're currently infected, or whether they've recovered, or whether they've died. And you can add other coefficients to that. So like any epidemiologist listening right now, don't call me out on like oversimplifying things, but like if you take a whole bunch of people out of that susceptible category suddenly just by vaccination, and also then including those who have been infected, like we've made some pretty big strides. And the lower that number is, the much easier it is, I guess, to significantly like control community transmission. And just based on the science right now, at least around here, like in like where I live, I feel okay about going without a mask. I don't think I'm harming anyone, and I don't think anyone will harm me.
It's true. Maybe Meegan, but not me.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, around my area, there were, I went to it's like a big place, and they had a big like thing going on. And there were a lot of people there, so I mean, I think my area is fairly well vaccinated, and overall, I don't think the cases were all that high. Those country towns, maybe not so much, but they don't really leave their little ranches, so I can't imagine they're gonna be exposed that often. Maybe they are, probably not, but I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, and I hope that the whole thing. I mean, this is the latest invitation I've ever sent. Like, it's literally next month, like to the day, and I'm like, hey, do you ladies want to go to this? And you're like, okay. Usually you do like 3 months in advance, maybe 6 months in advance to say, hey, save the date. No, it's literally, hey, you guys free next month? Yeah, you want to go? And you're like, okay, sure.
Yeah, let me just uproot my life and move over there. City reception.
I will, like I told you on Discord, I will skip my favorite auction of the year for you.
Yes. And what are you buying? What would you have bought there, Sierra? I'm really interested in these auctions.
A 40-acre mining claim is what I had my eyes set on.
There you go. Literally ore. Yeah.
Ore.
Ores or whores. Yeah. Ores or whores, it's me. She chose the whore, not the ore. That should be.
That's right. Well, I wouldn't have extracted anything anyway, but I had a vision.
True. Well, I'm the biggest jackpot you'll end up with, me and Kirsten. So we're very excited that you'll be there. And you'll have your own CrossYaas table, so whatever.
It's true. Yeah, you are, by like what we call in the industry of like purchasing old mining property, you are pay dirt.
Yes. That's what my mom told me when I was born. Pay dirt. She looked at me and said, we've hit the jackpot. We got the pay dirt. Like, oh, thanks, Mom. Can I have milk now? Yeah. But we're very excited. Do you ladies have any other plans for the summer, or what you're looking for? Are you girls hot girl summer ready, or no? Not yet. No.
I've been doing a little bit of that myself, but yeah, so that's been fun. But then also, yeah, just going to visit family, traveling a little bit in the next few weeks, going to Montana, probably going to Colorado too. So,
You, Meegan? What other than moving, Meegan? What do you have planned for this summer? What do you want to accomplish this summer?
Other than moving, I mean, that's a pretty big accomplishment.
yeah, moving halfway across the fucking country.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the main thing I have planned. My birthday is coming up in less than 20 days.
What do you turn? 23, 24? Meegan, how old are you?
I wish. No, like 35. 29, I mean.
Yes.
I'm going to be 29.
So what do you have planned? What do you have planned, Meegan?
I don't have anything planned. So, no clue.
What day is it, Meegan?
It's a Saturday. The one time, in however many years, it's a freaking Saturday. And I'm on call for some reason.
Ugh.
I was on call for 4th of July, too, so.
Ugh. Did you go all out for 4th of July?
No, I slept all day.
Nice.
But, like, my birthday, I don't know. I want to do something. I don't want to just, like my last birthday here with people, and it'd be kind of a waste to not do something.
When you told your family, Meegan, that you're moving, what did they say?
So, it was very lackluster. My mom was just... So I told my mom, she's like, good luck, basically.
Jesus. Okay.
My brother's like, good luck. I'm happy for you, good luck. Not like, I want to, like, maybe we should, like, hang out before you leave or anything. None of that. Like, maybe you would think. My sister seems more tore up about it than them, but she's so high all the time that, she's preoccupied with that too. My friend Tony, he's the one that might be driving up there with me. He seems really heartbroken about it. And then my friend Jeremy, the one I went to Friday, him and his wife also seem kind of hurt. I don't know, maybe not hurt, but just they were really concerned about me, like, driving, I guess. He is late at night, and he's like, let me get my flashlight. I'm gonna go check your tires.
Aw.
That's nice.
That's like such a dude way to say, hey, I love you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me check your tire tread.
Yeah.
He's like, you see that? That's dry rot or something stupid.
Right. Like, that's like saying, dude, I love you and I'm gonna miss you.
and then like on the car ride we got tacos. On the way to get tacos, he's like, so when was the last time you got this thing serviced?
Seriously, talking about it's like a dad like waiting to like send off their 18-year-old daughter to college or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you talk the love language that they know how to talk about is like through like the reliability of the car.
For sure. Well, he's a Harley mechanic too, so
there you go.
I mean, that's kind of like that's his thing. But I mean, it definitely showed that he cared, and that was really great. I really appreciate it, and I will definitely miss them. Yeah.
Well, you can always go back to visit.
Or they can come visit me. I like that
Even better. Yeah. I mean, let's be real.
Yeah, Meegan, you're obviously you're gonna move here in a month. Do you have any fears about moving out here? Or is it like you have like two really good friends? You have me and Sierra, but I mean, is there things that are scary to you? I mean, it is a huge move. And it's coming up.
Yeah. I mean, like we discussed earlier, just like it's really like just the logistics of moving. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Getting a place to live and all that stuff. Like, I'm really looking forward to the road trip there, the drive there. I'm really looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward for me. There's a lot of like I'm looking forward to more than I'm scared. Even though I'm scared of things, I guess, but it's not like I guess it's just like maybe the unknown. But I know deep down that I am strong enough to deal with this shit and get through it.
That's right.
Yes. You have us. I mean, we're not doing much, but we'll be here to cheer you on.
Yeah, we're like, you always will have friends here, so like you're not moving here completely alone.
You know, and that's more than I've got before.
Mm-hmm.
In the past. Like, I told my oldest friend about me at I told him I was moving on Thursday, which was his birthday. And then I told him about myself. That was like the last like friend that I told that I needed to tell or whatever, or that I wanted to tell about myself. And that went okay.
Mm-hmm.
But like, we lived in Houston or whatever, basically the same city. I lived in Katy, Houston, same place, suburb. But like 30 minutes drive away when there's not traffic. And I lived there for 4 years. He's lived there longer than that. And I think we got together like maybe like 10 times, maybe. So I don't know. It's different, I guess, because like even when I moved there, he wasn't like saying, "Hey, you should move over here. You should move over here. We'll go do this stuff. We'll go hang out and do all this cool stuff." Like that just didn't happen. And even when I moved back to College Station from Katy, like even my friends here, none of them were like, "Hey, yeah, we'll hang out. We'll do stuff." It really wasn't until this last month when I'm like leaving or whatever that they're like, "Oh yeah, we should like do stuff."
Yeah, that sucks because we barely met you, Meegan. We're like, "Yeah, you hang out here." Like, okay.
Yeah, and that's like, for me, that's like, it's wild, I guess, kind of mind blowing in a way. And I really, truly do appreciate it.
Well, you'll get settled in here, and before you know it, like this will just be your life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sorry, Meegan. You're getting us for the rest of your lives. Sorry, it sucks.
Well, y'all should be sorry because you're getting me.
Whatever. It's fine. I like Meegan in my life. It's fine. I like Sierra in my life too. It's fine. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I'm excited. Overall, I'm excited. I'm ready. I'm ready for the change. It feels like long overdue.
Yeah, and you can be yourself a little more. I mean, like Sierra was saying, just be free or open or you can.
That's what it's all about.
Mm-hmm. And Sierra showed you that life in like a week, and you're like, "Whoa, amazing."
Yeah, sometimes you need that view, I guess, to like break out of that mindset.
I really think it can make a difference just to like see what it's like to live without any sort of concern about just being yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen that like with other friends who visited me too. It's just like when you go out and you're just being yourself and maybe you're not used to feeling completely comfortable like being a trans woman in public, or maybe you're not used to like having a partner of the same sex and you're like showing affection in public or something like that. To just like suddenly have that not be a big deal it can be pretty weird if you're not used to it, but it also just shows that like in a lot of places, like most parts of California, it's like you don't really have to worry too much about that, thankfully.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I'm excited for like, because Meegan's going to come on the podcast and tell us how her move is, and hopefully it's more positive than negative. But I think if Sierra would be kind enough to be like, "Look, it worked for Meegan. It can work for you too." That maybe Sierra could be the ambassador for every guest every person who comes to California. I'm like, "Hey, can you make a pit stop through Palm Springs with Sierra Burkhart? She'd be lovely to meet you and say hi and say what's up." And you'd be like, Sierra's like, what? But I think if it worked for Meegan, it'd work for everyone else. I don't know, Sierra.
I will gladly like try to convert any trans person into a Californian. I mean, fortunately, I don't think it takes that much work.
Yeah, Sierra did a lot. Sorry. You did do a lot that week. Yeah.
Honestly, like all you have to do to like convince someone that this is the best place to be is just like go out a few times and just like feel that like ease of just being out around people who either don't care or are supportive, and particularly in places like Palm Springs. And of course, there are many places like that too in the Bay Area, Northern California. Once you feel that, then the question becomes not so much like, do I want to live there? It's more just like, how do I make it work to live there? Because there are, of course, those more practical concerns about just like affordability and just like getting settled in a different place. But yeah,
for sure. So like when I went up there or over there, I didn't like, you were at, like Sierra was asking, like, are there places that I want to go or like things that I wanted to do or see? And I didn't really have anything like in mind. Did you like that, or would you have preferred me to like have like a bunch of like touristy things that I wanted to go see?
No, it's just it was a little. It wasn't strange. It wasn't like I didn't mind that because it just like let me kind of be creative with things I thought that you might like. But most people kind of have preconceived notions of what they want to see.
So I didn't have any, like, I'm just like, you know the area better than me. Like,
yeah.
Like, to me, it would be weird if you came here and you're like, I want to go to these like places, and I'm like, oh, you want to go there? Like, why would you want to go there? Ugh.
Well, I would have just told you, like, if you wanted to go to Hollywood, I would have just told you, like, Hollywood is dirty as fuck and like sucks balls.
It's trash, yeah.
But like, if you had wanted to see anything else, like if you're like, I want to see the beach, like around Newport or something like that, or like if you wanted to go to some like places in West LA or something, I would have been there for anything. But in the absence of that, I'll just show people what I think is interesting, which is probably a little bit of a train wreck because I like really weird shit.
She does like the weird things, but that's why I love Sarah.
And I'm totally cool with that because like I'm really bad with like planning on trips. Like I just kind of want to like just see what happens and experience things, and like us going to places that you really like and enjoy, and like like all like the history and stuff. Like I really enjoyed that. Like we're just like driving down the road and I'm like, oh, what's that? And you're like, you would go on this like long story of like all of the history about it, and I'm like, I really like that. I think that was really
Sierra is essentially the Thomas Guide of California. Like she knows maps, she knows terrain. Like it's like she's the go-to person that you want to go to. Like she's the perfect guide for literally. It should be Sierra Guide. It should be her real last name. How great she is.
Yeah, it's like, are you Wikipedia? Is that your name?
She's great. Yeah.
No, I just have a lot of fun doing that because I really connect and identify with the places around here, and I've learned the history because I love it. And it's like I truly believe that like being here in California has saved my life because it's a place where I can feel completely comfortable being myself. And even in other places where I've been, that's not quite the case. Like there's not that same sense of just like being able to just be the person you want to be. And in particular in the deserts are like a place where the craziest people who have the like wildest, most harebrained ideas can just be themselves. And the wildest dream, the craziest notion, even if it means like it will take you to blowing yourself up in a rocket someday, rest in peace, Mad Mike Hughes. It's a place where you can do that. And I think there's a certain beauty to that freedom and just like the sense that anything that you want to learn about, anything you want to do is possible.
Yes. Oh, I love you too. Oh. Sierra's just like the best person, and Meegan's just like barely finding herself. I can't wait to hear how she like discovers her. I mean, she's already discovered it, but like in California to be free. Like, I bet Megan's going to be a nudist at one point. She's like, I don't even need clothes. It's like, okay, Megan, maybe put on a shirt or something. You're like, no, Giselle, I don't need this shirt. Like, oh, okay.
I'll just wear a mesh shirt.
I know some places in Florida where someone could go as a nudist very comfortably, but that's a story for another day.
Start a YouTube channel. Who knows? Anyways. Right? I'm pretty tipsy. This is good. What am I drinking? White Claws.
Ooh, fun.
No laws with the claws. So, before I get too further gone, any last thoughts, ladies? Because I love you too, and I'm in a loving mood because I'm pretty tipsy. So, Sarah, any last thoughts?
Not so much other than that. I'm super looking forward to your wedding reception next month. That will be such a good time. We can all get together again. It'll be a good excuse to do that. For Meegan to arrive here in California and start figuring out what her life will look like here is also really exciting. And I just, hope we all have like our own versions of like an epic hot girl summer, right?
Yes. Meegan?
Like I can't express my gratitude to y'all enough. And
that's all Sierra. It's all Sierra. Sierra's the best.
Not all me, seriously.
And I can't thank you for the hospitality enough and all that stuff that goes along with that. I'm looking forward to the move, regardless of how scary it is and nerve-wracking and overwhelming it is. Just ironing out the details, but I'll get there. I am really looking forward to your reception, and I don't know. See where I'm at in a year.
Yes. And I'm sure the changes from last year to this year, Meegan, and Sierra too, from last year to this year, I can only imagine the leaps and bounds you two will evolve next year. It's going to be fucking amazing, and I'm super here for it. I'm super here for it. And Meegan, she'll be so much closer. I've never been hugged as hard as I have with Meegan when she left. It was like, it was just felt so genuine. I'm like, oh, she's so happy. Like, yeah. Oh,
that's the best.
Well, thanks. I don't hug many people very often, so.
Meegan's like, do I hug this hard? You're like, sure.
How do you hug? I don't know how to hug.
How does one hug? I'm just gonna kill this person with a bear hug.
Meegan bot does not know how to hug.
Can you still breathe?
Yeah, probably. But anyways, ladies, thank you. I don't want to take too much of your time. I will be on the Discord because I'm pretty tipsy and Kirsten's out. She'll be back in an hour. But yes.
Well, fun. This was so good catching up with you both. I'm so glad we could talk like this.
Yes.
For
sure. Anyways, love you, ladies. I'll be on in a bit. Love you too.
All right.
Love y'all too.
Love you. Good night.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.